Okay, Mark.
Hey friends, it's Kathy here again today, and I'm here with somebody really fun. This is Cabel with ATX Audio Post. We're going to learn all about him. We're going to do it a little different today. I'm going to sit over there. Hey.
Hey.
How's it going?
It's going pretty well.
Awesome. I'm gonna interview you from over here today.
Let's do it.
All right. So tell me a little bit about like your history and how you got to audio stuff.
Well, history, it began a long time ago, okay? I grew up having a fascination with music and later on audio in general. I think it comes from my dad. You know, he was always, making music, having friends over, doing music things, and I would look at the gear and I would say, oh, that's so cool, like, don't touch it, because, so I just kind of always had a fascination with it, and I went through maybe like high school, like a lot of kids probably do, thinking, oh, I'm gonna work in music, record bands and whatnot. And I, kind of went off to school and pursued other interests and thought, well, that's kind of a pipe dream or something that wouldn't really happen, and was getting into the video world, into the film world, and one day I realized in my probably early 20s, oh wow, you can do audio and film together, or audio and animation together. And it was a moment that probably set me off on a whole trajectory of life, and here I am 15 years later. So I kind of wrapped up with school and whatnot and moved to Austin after that. So it 10 years ago or so now, and kind of ran into some folks who were doing audio post, the thing I wanted to be doing, guys that have been doing it much longer than me. Worked with them for a while, and we, with some other guys, started a studio over in kind of the East Chavez area, and with the real estate market being as it is, and it worked out because it was during 2020.
Yeah.
But that building kind of got sold out and got turned into no longer an audio studio. So we all kind of, some of the guys moved, some of us branched out and just started doing our own thing. So this ATX Audio Post kind of came from my area there at our old studio, and I moved up here in the Mueller area off Main Road a couple of years ago. So it's been pretty great. The area is good because it's central for a lot of the ad agencies and clients that I have that are downtown. They can just a quick drive up here. We come, we record voiceover, we edit videos, we say, hey, do you like this? Do you? When they need to physically come here, it's easy for them, and it's a great location.
What's audio post?
So audio post is audio post production. Generally refers to when you've got sound for video. So here we do a lot of advertising, corporate branding, some narrative film, just movies. Also do podcasts and radio
also
commercials.
Known as film. No, I'm just
also known as films. We also do podcasts and radio spots, and a little bit of audio only programming, but generally for us, audio post is kind of sound for video.
Could be anything.
That's
awesome.
It could be videos that real estate agents use to sell real estate, maybe. But it's a lot of advertising, corporate branding, docs, narrative films is generally what we do.
Yeah.
Podcasts also.
Yeah. What's your favorite type of project to work on?
I really love animation.
Yeah.
I like taking something that has absolutely nothing, because I mean it might have a voice, right? But other than that, you're kind of building a whole world. It's creative work. It's like a puzzle. It's like to me, it's very fulfilling, and it's one of the big reasons I got into it in the first place. That's probably like my favorite part of the job. But I really like anything that lets me kind of sound effects edit and make interesting like worlds in the soundscape. It's good for me. Yeah.
And like anybody could call you to do this work. Do you like advertise to certain types of people?
Well, we try to. I try to kind of network to filmmakers and ad agencies, boutique agencies. That's kind of who I end up interfacing with to do work. But let me get back to you with that maybe 6 months from now, because that's something that I would actually like to work on, get better at, kind of marketing and advertising and garnering. I mean, everybody, when you freelance, you run a shop like this, everybody's always looking for work.
Yeah.
But it is a little tough in this type of really niche industry. You can't just buy Google ad space and expect that to work. You can't really advertise through traditional media. Obviously, buying a radio spot or a TV spot's not gonna, do too much. It's a little more, well, niche. It really is about relationships and networking.
Yeah, same. What's the coolest thing you've ever worked on that you can tell us about?
The coolest thing, I like to think all of the major release movies, films that I've had a hand in working on are all very cool to me, even if they're not necessarily the type of movie or a movie that I would be super excited about if I hadn't had a hand in it. I think they're all very cool. But it's just really fun when you have had a hand in something and it comes out with a national release in the theaters, and you're like, I can go to the movies and see that movie and see my name in the credits, or sometimes not in the credits. There's a lot of people who work on movies who, don't make it into.
That's crazy, because those credits are long.
Exactly.
I can't believe there's even more people in there.
Well, you got 1,000 VisFX artists. They have
yeah.
But those to me are always very cool when there's something that's nationally broadcast or released or even out on streaming, and you can say, hey, I had a hand in that. That's very cool. My other favorite, coolest projects are honestly kind of small independent animations that I've had a lot of involvement with, that just to me, from kind of a sound and creative perspective, are very interesting. And there are a couple that are out for that folks could actually watch, but then there are several that just creators are still working on, or for whatever reason haven't brought them out. So it's like, those are my kind of little personal favorites, in contrast to kind of the big things that come out in theaters that I think are all very fun to work on as well.
Yeah, for sure. So to find you and to book you, we could just send people to your website and you can look at all your different services.
ATX Audio Post.com is definitely the best way to reach out. Yeah, you can see kind of some previous work that we've done, services we offer, pictures of the studio.
It's a cool studio.
You can just write me and gripe about movies, or tell me about movies that you like, and we'll talk about them.
Yeah. That's awesome. Well, great. Is there anything else you'd like to share with the world of my followers?
Of your followers?
Oh, it's so many. So many.
Well, I'm sure it is. Well, I would say if you guys ever are interested in audio post or recording or sound for picture or podcasts, always feel free to just reach out if you have a question or you're interested, you want to talk about something. You don't have to necessarily have a film that needs to be mixed. Just reach out if you've got a question. There's me and people like me. We just like to kind of be nerds about what we do, and I at least would be happy to chat about it.
That's how I feel about real estate.
Yeah, there you go.
Or rocks. I like to talk about rocks.
Let's talk about rocks. What's your favorite rock?
Ooh, I really like, I don't know, there's so many that I really, really like. I like schists a lot.
What's the difference between a rock and a stone?
That's an interesting question. I'm going to have to edit this out. So a rock can be anything. A rock could be a mineral. It could be a compilation of different minerals composing a rock, like a granite or something. And a stone, I think a stone is based on like a shape.
Well, you learn something new every day.
I'm like, I'm gonna go home, look it up, and then like edit it over. All right, well, thanks for being with us today, Cabel. It was really great getting to know you.
Yeah.
And y'all, Cabel's last name is my mom's maiden name. Don't worry, I don't use that for any passwords. But we could be related. We don't know.
You just told them your secrets.
I don't use it for passwords.
All right, well, thank you. It was great.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah.
Bye, friends.